All right, guys. The next website I want to talk about is Remind. Remind. I chose Remind because it's a great website to communicate with parents, and I actually use Remind a lot to send out my newsletters. And it's a website. It's an app you can get on your phone. You can use it in a bunch of different ways. But some standards that I'm using for Remind demonstrates cultural competency when communicating with students, parents, and colleagues and interact with them as co-collaborators in student learning. It's because you can remind parents, hey, there's a test coming up, or hey, there's homework tonight, or hey, look at this, look at that kind of thing. Next is use assessment data to guide progress and communicate with students, parents, and education stakeholders to build student self-direction. I like to say that if you're going to use the assessment data, you can actually choose parents and say, send them a text message or an email that says so and so got this on his test or this on her test, and use that data to communicate with parents so that way parents know exactly where their students are at. Let's head to Remind. Remind is remind.com, 100% free. And what Remind is, after you've signed in, so I already signed in, and you can create classes. I have a couple different classes, like an after school program, my blue team that has 2 classes in one just to make it easier. And then I made this AEP 800. So after you've created a class, and you can invite people by hitting this add people button. So this, what this is used for is you can have, as a teacher, you can invite parents and write their name in, and you can either write in their email address or their phone number, and whatever you put on there, it'll send it to either their phone as a text or their email. You can do this yourself, or you can print out directions, and I actually print out the directions and I give them to parents at open house. When you give it to them at open house, they're more likely to use it because it's like, hey, it's right here, that kind of thing. You can talk to them in person, maybe. We don't do this, but maybe at open house if you want to text to 81010. It's always 81010, but this will be different at, and then whatever your specific class is. Or you can share a link and email that out to parents, and they click on it and sign up. But it makes it really easy just to kind of talk to parents. The messaging that you can do, you can choose everyone. You can send out a message to everyone, like, welcome, blah, 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 this is where I want you. You can upload photos and videos, upload files. You can do something with Quizlet, Google Drive, etc., etc. And like I said, what I do is I actually include my newsletter, and that goes through Google Drive. That's just a Google Doc, and I have it shared so that way everybody can view it. And then I just update it every week, and then I just actually go in and I copy and paste the message and send it out every Monday. So parents can then get the same link, and it's just changed because it's a Google Doc. And then when you send it, you can send them, you can schedule them. So if, let's say I wanted this, but I only wanted it scheduled, I want it sent at 4/21 at 10:35 p.m. And then it'll just schedule it, and then at that time, bang, it shoots it out. It's really, really effective and easy, and I love that it's so easy. But I mean, the main purpose of this is to communicate with parents. As a teacher, you want to be able to communicate with parents, and whatever is easy for both teacher and parents, you're going to use it. And I swear this is one of the easiest sites that you can use just to communicate. I mean, that is the main thing for this. You can use Remind just for communication, period. My administration uses this. They use Remind for 2-hour delays or cancellations, or they actually use it to send out to teachers in the morning if we have a fire drill that day. They're like, hey, reminder, there's a fire drill this day, today at 2 o'clock, don't forget, or a tornado drill. Or they'll send out, hey, there's on Friday, don't forget about the potluck, that kind of thing. So just easy reminders that administration can do, teachers can do with their classes, coaches can use it. I used it on the baseball team, and I would have it text to all the baseball players, what uniform colors to wear, that kind of thing. Just once you got into season, that was really all you used it for. But still, or cancellations of games. So the intended audience is definitely the teacher, and there's a parent side to it. And it wants students to be 13 years or older to use this. So when you have students sign up, you'll say, yeah, I'm only going to have students that are 13 years old. So me teaching fourth grade, I don't have any students that can use this, but definitely the parents. My wife, who teaches high school French, she uses this and actually has some of her students signed up for certain things. But obviously they're over 13 years old. But this is a simple website that you should use. Really easy, and communication is one of the things you need to be able to do as a teacher. And when it's easy, you do it. And this is Remind. I'd highly suggest it.